In life, if you're going to prepare the meal, i.e. your success, then you should be the one that shops for the groceries. Stay tuned. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, we inspire. And that's a quote from NFL Hall of Fame coach Bill Parcells. He's gonna, run the team. He wants to be the one shopping for the players. Well, the same thing should be true with you in terms of being a success, the success formula. I was motivated to talk on this subject because I saw a commercial for when you're walking down the bladder control aisle in the grocery store. Hey, I don't walk down the bladder control aisle just yet, thank you. All right? But the point is, which aisles are you walking down in the grocery store? All right? Now, you don't have to be an old geezer like I am to walk down the bladder control aisle in terms of a metaphor. Let me give you an example. I see people all the time working with Eli, working with other people that, that I'm in contact with, and they have an issue and they suffer a major case of overwhelm. They take a look at what it is you're trying to accomplish, and they go, oh, it takes so long, it's so much, I can't do it all. Okay. It's the mindset. It's the mindset. You've got to get into the mindset of, I got to break it down, smallest components, chunk it down, get to a starting line, accomplish one little thing, and then get my body in motion, get the inertia that'll bring me to a new starting line. It's the mindset. But too often people are in the bladder control aisle because they're whizzing in their trousers, or worse, and saying, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. Get out of the bladder control aisle, will you? Give me a break. Another one, and this came up recently, Eli has himself a really super nice girlfriend. Really like her a lot, she's great. Better than he is, okay? But anyway, a great lady. And she called upon Eli, as very significant others will do when you're a male. Eli, get ready for more of this type of stuff. Is I need you to do me a favor. I need you to go into the feminine products aisle and pick me up some of these. All right, well, I remember the very first time that I was given that chore, and I made a mistake and went back and brought the wrong thing and had to go back. The next time I was smart enough to bring the actual box that the lady wanted, the product, the exact product that she wanted. And because if there's no clarity in direction, if there's no clarity in understanding by the person performing the act, you're not going to have happiness, and you're not going to have a happy result at the end. I learned that going in the feminine products aisle, and the first time you go in, the guy, what do you go in that aisle for? But the first time you're there, you buy yourself. The only thing worse than that is when your significant other says, here, would you hold my purse for me while I do this? It's like, I hate holding the purse. I don't want to hold the purse. All right, but anyway, going into the feminine products aisle alone, you look around, it's overwhelming. There's 9 million different products. Which one do you want? Which one do I get? So, lesson for this particular scenario. Make sure the direction is clear. Make sure the person repeats the direction back to you that's performing the act, so that you have an end result that you're going to get, that both people are on the same page. Next aisle I want to talk about is the paper products aisle. Being a sales guy, I hate paperwork. I hated paperwork, always hated paperwork, plowed my way through paperwork, until Mr. Mutnick, one of my first mentors, said, Eli's dad, you love paperwork. You know why you love paperwork? Because there is no deal until the paperwork is completed, and completed correctly. So, go over it 2 times, make sure you have it correctly done, because if you screw it up, then you got to go all the way back to the beginning and think of all the time that you're wasting. So, learn to embrace. I'm not saying love, because I never love it, but learn to embrace the paperwork and say to yourself, hey, I at least am doing paperwork. The guy that didn't make the sale, well, he doesn't have to do paperwork, but he's not going to have to do paperwork when he gets the check and sign endorsing his name on the back. We didn't have automatic deposit back in those days, Eli. All right, the next aisle I want to talk to you about, the bread aisle. Hey, it's very important to know where your bread is coming from, right? Do you want white bread? Do you want wheat bread? Do you want multi-grain bread? Understand where your bread is coming from. If you don't understand where your bread is coming from, you're a ship without a rudder. Financially, you're not going to make it. Understand the bread aisle. The cheese aisle. Okay, here's one of my favorites. Now, why do we talk about the cheese aisle? Well, my second wife, I've had so many, okay, my second wife is Hispanic. And so we would get together for the family gatherings. Had a lot of family gatherings. Great family, lovely people. I loved them. They, I hope, like me, okay? But in any case, great family. And when they get together, the women that were like my ex-wife's age, they'd get together, they'd sit down together and they'd say, okay, what's the cheese? And the first time I heard that, I said, what do you mean, what's the cheese? And they all looked at me like, he's not Hispanic. All right, what's the cheese? Cheese is short for chisme, which apparently, I don't know this, but apparently in Spanish means gossip. So they would sit down and say, what's the cheese? Okay, and they go like this and say, oh, you've got a lot of cheese this time, you know, and they would talk about this one, talk about that one, but they never did it in a mean way. But that's not always the case when people are talking about the cheese. Stay away from the cheese aisle. Stay away from gossip. It's not a healthy thing. It's not going to move you forward. That's an aisle you want to avoid. What about the gluten-free aisle? Stay out of the gluten-free aisle. Now to me, I hope I'm correct on this, gluten-free means there's like no sugar in it. Okay, I'm thinking that's what it means. It may not be. But for our purposes, that's what it means for this dissertation. There's no sugar in it. Make sure you stay out of the aisle where there's just sugar all around you, where people are giving you false compliments, where they're pumping you up, so on and so forth. Stay focused, stay real, stay humble. Stay in the gluten-free aisle, stay away from the sugar aisle. That's an aisle you want to stay away from, because what happens is then you get satisfied and like, okay, I'm the man, I'm the person, I'm the woman, whoever you are, okay? And then you start to relax. No, stay out of the sugar aisle. Now, speaking of the sugar aisle, let's talk about the candy aisle, all right? Or even like what they do with candy in the supermarkets. They keep it at a low level. Why? So kids can go, oh, I want this, I want that, and they start grabbing, so on and so forth, you know? And also you go down the candy aisle, you go, you look, there's, oh, chocolate, you know, all this, you get tempted. Hey, it's easy to be tempted. You're distracted from what you're there to do in the first place. You weren't there to buy a ton of candy, you were there to buy nutritional food for your family, nutritional food for yourself, good stuff. Not, as my father used to say, a bunch of crap. Okay, that's what my Mel used to say. It's a bunch of crap. Okay, stay out of that aisle. All right, well, in life you want to stay out of that aisle also. Why? Because there's so many distractions out there. There's the people that play games. There's the people on Snapchat. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been down the candy aisle, and I do buy a Reese's cup now and again. But I don't overload my cart with products from the candy aisle. Are you overloading your cart, your time, with distractions? Do you have a definite focus? Are your distractions actually taking up more of your time than what you should be focused on what your purpose is, on what your objective, your goal, your dream, your ambition? Where is your time being spent? Don't spend too much time in the candy aisle. That's not where you want to be. The cold and flu aisle. All right, let's talk about the cold and flu aisle. I hate being in that aisle, but you're there, it's like you're, I just as soon die. Let me get this stuff and get home and get into bed, whatever. All right, or, oh, when is she going to get here with my medicine? You have this medicine. The point is, these are things that you have to do after you get sick. So what's the right thing to do? Is do all the things so you don't get sick in the first place. Minimize the time that you're spending in that cold and flu aisle. And the other thing is, people are always looking for the quick fix. Oh, give me this pill, that's going to make me all better. You know, now I'm Einstein, now I'm, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, I've got the health, I got the brains, I'm a genius, thanks for this pill, fantastic. Life isn't that way. There's not going to be a quick fix. The cold and flu aisle is going to take time. No matter what you do, it takes 4 or 5 days to a week or whatever, or even longer to get rid of a cold. You're not going to get rid of all of your bad circumstances by taking one piece of medicine. It's not going to work that way. Stay out of that aisle as much as you possibly can. Be prepared so that you don't get sick, and don't count on instant success from one pill. It doesn't work that way. It's always a number of steps. It's a staircase, not a single step. It's a staircase, it's not a fast elevator. Right? Well, there's our little trip to the grocery store, and always want to make sure that, you know, if you're going to be successful, make sure that you're the person that shops for the right groceries, that spends the correct amount of time where your focus should be, not where your focus shouldn't be. Don't look for, you know, the pill that, oh, this is going to bring me over the edge. It's always a series of steps. The grocery store is never just one aisle, it's the whole store. Keep that in mind. And always remember, don't ration the passion, fashion the passion. I'm Eli's dad.